Are Leadbelchers any good in patch 5.0? I've delayed doing this unit for this long for a simple reason. I hadn't used it in campaign. So of course when I end up using them late in my first Rhesus attempt, I used them in the worst way possible and they fell to underperforming. But a little investigation showed why soon enough. My suspicions were confirmed. This is a good unit, but you need to know its preferred prey. Recruit for 1000 gold and 250 upkeep, or less than Iron Guts and Man-Eaters. On Ultra you get 16 entities with 4,928 health between them, or 308 per entity. This is weaker than Ogre Bulls with fewer entities, but hey, missile unit balancing. Armor is 50 or better than basic Man-Eaters. Leadership is 60, let's call that middling. Speed is only 42, charge speed 67, substantially behind regular ogres, but still ahead of Noblars without tech tree buffs for the trappers only. Melee attack starts at 26, attack interval of 4, medium splash target size, and max splash targets damage of 3, so they are markedly weak in melee and thus vulnerable to being rushed. Melee defense starts at 26 or Ogre Bull level generally. Weapon strength is 90, split between 59 base and 31 armor piercing, so, yep, Ogre Bulls. That part is okay. Charge bonus is a weak 24 and mass is 1500. Now for the fun part, or so I hope. Ranged. Ammunition starts at 20 volleys with a range of 200, plenty healthy, and missile damage given as 85, which I know is weaker than Ogre Pistols. Base damage is 33 base per impact, 77 armor piercing, but this artillery-style attack has a reload time of a relatively tardy 13 base, which explains a lot. Total accuracy is given as the default 20 at rank 0. Calibration distance is 130 meters, or a decent length, and calibration area is 2.6, up to that distance, which is honestly fairly accurate considering the bulk of these guns. Penetration size cap is medium, and maximum targets penned is 5. This is a very big deal. I showed you how ridiculous the penetration is with Hawking long rifles, and while that had a max pen size of medium, the max targets penned beyond the first one was 1 target. That is, a second crossbowman was being hit and damaged several meters behind the first, consistently from those long rifles attacking them on the approach, at well beyond the fairly healthy range of crossbowmen generally. And this is 5 targets penned maximum beyond the first. So where did I go wrong? Oh, I was firing at a rank 19 Demon Prince of Nurgle working for Tamarkhan with the canny AI working out just how to rush them. This damage isn't nothing, and it is armor piercing, but compared to a handgunner or a Null Ironsides unit, well, its front-loaded single target damage leaves something to be desired. On the other hand, blasting rounds through a unit of Chaos Warriors or Chosen should have wonderful effects, and should take up to the new Steam Tanks or Iron Breakers with Shield Wall and Ballistic Plating to resist the power of these offenses, and not much in the game is going to have that. Hence, I used them in their least flattering situation against that Demon Prince. Still, they have clear weaknesses. Leadbelchers have standard Ogre benefits of Hide in Forest, Siege Attacker, Wall Breaker, Overcharge causes fear, and shooting up a wall might help too, not just beating on it with fists. In the red line, you have to go out of your way to get Tools of Destruction with a Lombax nowhere to be found, granting plus 20% ammunition and plus 8% missile strength at 3 pips. Continuous Volley grants rank 7 ones plus 10% speed, which they can use, plus 10% range, which they sure can use, and 15% reload time reduction, which is so good I barely have words. Rank 7 Leadbelchers will become much stronger with this. That's great, because I'm a pains to find a single tech in the tech tree lavishing 8 on Leadbelchers specifically, but oh well. So as for how we use Leadbelchers better than my first attempt, for all their anemic effort at single entity damage that I saw, the penetration, the armor-piercing missiles, and the long range makes them stupidly powerful at shredding heavily armored infantry units, cavalry, and will still do a fair bit of pain to monstrous infantry even so. As a supporting arm of battle, they're quite potent. I just wouldn't expect them to be decisive unless your opposition is almost all medium or small entity units. That can happen, but you really need to plan for when it doesn't. As long as we keep these strengths and weaknesses in mind, Leadbelchers can prove a very nasty surprise for enemies not expecting an Ogre Kingdoms weapon team. Take care, and have fun spitting out that lead.